Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is lecture 1 of agronomy. In this lecture we will study the definition and importance of agronomy. So let's start from the meaning of agronomy. The word agronomy has been derived from two Greek words. One is agros, the other is nomos. Agros means field and nomos means to manage. So literally agronomy means the art of managing field, and technically it means the science and economics of crop production by management of farmland. So it is a scientific field. At the same time it is related with the economics of crop production through the management of farmland. So we manage the land the field in order to produce different crops. So especially agronomy deals with the field crops which are grown in order to achieve some production like that. So agronomy discipline can be defined in many different ways, like here the four definitions are mentioned, and number one is agronomy is an art, science and business of production of food, feed, fiber and fuel through the cultivation of crops. This is a very comprehensive definition of agronomy, and this definition is also similar to the definition of agriculture. So agronomy is at the same time it is an art. Art means it requires the skill, both mental skill and physical skills, and it is also a science because it requires the logical decisions, uh, logical decisions based on the scientific principles. And agronomy is also as a business because when we produce some crops and we require to sell it into the market and we get some profit against the income. Okay, so art, science and business of production of what? Production of food, production of feed, production of fiber, and production of fuel. Here the food is the food for the human being, feed is the food for the animals, fish and chickens, and the fiber is the thread like material that is used for manufacturing of the clothes. Similarly, the fuel is what we burn in the vehicles, and also fuel wood that is produced from the different crops like the cotton. So we cultivate the crops in order to get food, feed, fiber and fuel. These four F's we can get. So the definition of agronomy includes these keywords: art, science, business, production, food, feed, fiber, fuel, and the crops. So this is a comprehensive definition that must be remembered. So the second definition of agronomy is the art and science of production and improvement of field crops with the efficient use of soil fertility, water, laborers and other factors related to the crop production. So this definition is also a comprehensive definition, and it describes the agronomy field as a production of crop through the management of soil fertility and irrigation water, and also use of the laborers judicially, and other related factors should be kept in mind while cultivating crops or growing different plants in the field. The third definition of agronomy is the field of study and practice of ways and means of production of food, feed, fiber, and fuel. So this is the study and practice at the same time, uh, how we can produce food, how we can produce feed, fiber, and Fuel crop includes the sweet sorghum, sugar cane. These are the energy crops and fuel crops. We can produce bioethanol or biofuel from the fermentation of the juice of the sweet sorghum and sugar cane. Fiber crops includes the cotton and jute or the sun hemp. We utilize these crops as a production of the fiber, and feed crops we use like sorghum and pearl millet, and also the maize crop we use as if in order to produce the feed for the chicken and feed for the fish and animals. And food crops we all the cereals like the wheat, rice, and potato, and also the tuber crops like potato. These are the food crops. So another fourth definition, agronomy can be defined as a branch of agricultural science which deals with the principles and practices of field crop production and management of soil for higher productivity. So the as a branch of agriculture, its main goal is to increase the productivity through management of the soil while utilizing the principles and practices of agronomy. So these are the four important definitions which must be remembered in order to completely define the agronomy. So what is the importance of the agronomy? Agronomy is an integrated discipline that is comprised of knowledge from other branches of agriculture. So, among all the branches of agriculture, agronomy occupies a pivotal position and is regarded as the mother branch or primary branch of agriculture. This is the mother branch of agriculture because it utilizes the knowledge from other branches and integrated that, and that knowledge is applied in the field at the farm level. So a farmer at the same time he has is a pure agronomist if he is literate enough, is he is pure agronomist because he has knowledge of all branches of agriculture which he have to apply at the farm. A farmer has a fish farm at the same time, he has livestock, he has fruit trees at the farm, he has different crops, he has poultry over there. So he has the knowledge of all fields of the agricultural branches. So he is the pure agronomist if he knows the knowledge of all the branches. So agronomy is a pivotal position. If a person is literate in any other branch, he has the knowledge of only one branch. But if a person has the knowledge of agronomy, it means he has the knowledge of all branches of the agriculture at the same time. So, like agriculture, agronomy is an integrated and applied aspect of different disciplines of pure sciences. And in agronomy, the knowledge of other allied disciplines other than the agriculture branch is also important and also utilized. Agronomy has three clear branches, namely crop science, soil science, and environmental science that deals only with the applied aspects. So, soil crop environmental relationship is focused in the discipline of the agronomy, where the knowledge starts from the soil, then crop, and then the environment. Because soil affects the crop, crop affects the environment. Similarly, on the inverse side, environment affect the crop and crop affect the soil. So this is an interrelationship, and that is dealt in the discipline of the agronomy. So the importance of the agronomy is a synthesis of several disciplines like crop science. Crop science sub-branch of agronomy deals with plant breeding, crop physiology, and biochemistry. So plant breeding where we produce new varieties, crop physiology where we study metabolic processes inside the plants, and then the biochemistry, the composition of the plant parts like leaves, stem, roots, we study under the biochemistry, and also soil chemistry involves in the agronomy field. Then we have the soil science, which include the soil fertilizers and manures, how we can increase the soil fertility through utilizing different organic and inorganic fertilizers, and also the manures like the farmyard manure, chicken manures. So soil science is also a sub-branch of agronomy. Then the environmental science also is very much associated and related in the field of the agronomy, because agronomy utilize the meteorological knowledge and knowledge of the meteorological instruments and crop ecology. Meteorological instruments includes the instruments and tools which measure the temperature, rainfall, and wind speed, wind directions. Similarly, crop ecology, knowledge of the cropping ecosystem, that is also an integrated knowledge of different components of a system, that is also part of the agronomy. So agronomy is an integrated discipline where all these sub branches unite together to achieve the goals. So this is all about the 2 days lecture. See you in the next lecture. Goodbye.